everybody, this is my video on how I made the organizational charging station system for a bunch of iPads. The iPads at work were really getting really messy, cords going all over the place. I was finding that me and my coworkers weren't getting them charged correctly to be used for the next day. So I decided to take it upon myself to make a very simple shelf-like organization system to allow for proper charging and storage. So let's just get right to it. All right, so the materials I'm going to be using are one 1x2 piece of lumber and a bunch of Pergo flooring that I got for free at a garage sale because the guy was just about to shoot it out and throw it out anyways. So I bought some couple pieces of lumber, I don't know, for like $1 or something like that. And he's like, hey, take that stuff too, get it out of here. So this is what I'll be using. That and math. So basically what I'm going to be doing is cutting up boards and then assembling them together and painting. So it's a fairly easy process. And so here we go, just getting it cut, the 1x2s. I believe it was in 6-inch increments. After I make the first one, just to make sure everything's consistent, I just use the first one to basically measure off the rest of them, as you're seeing here. And again, this is not that critical that everything's incredibly perfect. And now measuring out and cutting the upright sections out of the Pergo floor units. After this, I take the first one that I cut and measure out all the other ones for all the repeat cuts after that, so that I have a whole bunch of these little things to work with. I then sand down the edges of every single item so that it's nice and smooth. After this, I assembled them all using finishing nails and hammering. So a little bit about this. In order to do this, I would hammer in what you have here in the vertical sections to the horizontal sections. One upright piece to one lower piece together, and then I would hammer that down onto the base. And then I would just repeat accordingly. And that way you don't have to worry about putting nails in between or putting screws lengthwise and trying to stack them up. I did try to do that originally and it didn't work. So found this other method and it worked just fine. So now all these are in the right order and ready for the next step, which of course will be spray painting. It seems like I do a lot of spray painting on my channel, but anyways, so be it. So yeah, spray painting, not in a confined space. Still had a mask on anyways. And here we go. So this is the scene when I come in to work and I've just put down the shelving unit. And now you can understand why I decided to make this. There's multiple cords all over the place, a plethora of different devices. They're not all Apple. Some of them are Samsung, and there's lots of different ones because we have lots of different clinicians and different iPads for different home health organizations that we contract with. So this really needed to be organized much better. Okay, and after a few short minutes, I have now at least gotten everything plugged in and everything is sort of in order. There's now actually space on the countertop to put other things. And from this angle, it looks pretty orderly. Obviously, there has to be more done with the wiring. I'm probably going to be using little twist ties or some other device to get all the wires in a good orderly fashion. But at least for now, we can get everything charged, know that everything's charged and everything plugged in correctly. Everything is nice and open, so things will be aired out in case these things start to get hot if they are charging. There's also the need in my workplace to be disinfecting equipment a lot, so this way we can disinfect the iPads, and if we don't have them fully dried, they have they're free to the air in order to dry, as opposed to having them all be on top of each other. So there we are. Nice orderly stack of tablets. I am not certain exactly how much this project cost, as the materials were a bunch of scrap wood and some finishing nails from another project that I already had. But I mean, it's not necessarily nothing, but not a whole lot of money, particularly when you compare it to if you had to get something like this made for this kind of space, or to have it custom made for you. So I think it worked out pretty well. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please look at my other videos on my site. Like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of great stuff. And see you next video. Thank you.